Hey guys, this is Rusty Greer fan here with you for a group box break from the Super Sweet 90s, 1998 Donruss collections. We got 9 boxes we're going to shred through here now. This is the only box that had a little bit of crush damage. But let's get right to it. $50? Not even. I think they were even more back in the day, maybe $2.99 a pack retail, or suggested retail. And of course we're looking for the prized collections. Griffey, Rafael Palmeiro. There's our first prized already, Elite Mark Kotze, Garrett Anderson, and Hideo Nomo, preferred. So 5 cards per pack, 18, I think it's 18 packs per box. There's a preferred Jose Guillen, Raul Ibanez. There's another prize, just the regular Donruss of Shannon Stewart. Justin Thompson. I'll try to cut the glare here. And Butch Husky. Not noticing any stickage or damage or anything. That is Nefi Perez. Prized Collections Leaf of Delino DeShields. This pack has 6 cards. There's a David Justice Elite, Greg Maddux Elite, Enrique Wilson, and Nefi Perez again. Hopefully as we go along here I'll get a little bit faster. There is an preferred Ivan Rodriguez, Shannon Stewart, Raul Mondesi, Chan-Ho Park, and Todd Helton. It's too bad they're not all facing the same direction, or this would go a little bit faster. Alex Rodriguez. There is a Leaf Jason Giambi prized. John Valentin, Randy Johnson, and Todd Hundley. Of course, the toughest are the preferred prize. 1 and 2 boxes, I think. Print run of 55, but they're not serial numbered. Just caused some confusion over the years. Bubba Trammell, and I think it caused their prices to not be as strong as other similarly produced. Chuck Knobloch prized, Andy Pettit, John Nunnally, and Wilton Guerrero. This is one of those packs I can already feel it. Oh, there's a curvature to the card. Here's a Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Dion, Francisco Cordova, and Kevin Ory. Kareem Garcia, still not getting a good angle for you guys, am I? Ray Durham, Leaf prized. Musina, Sean Green, and Eric Karros. Dennis Reyes, Andy Pettit, Roger Clemens, Andy Bennis, Kurt Schilling, Robin Ventura, Roberto Alomar, Jim Tomei, Kevin Ory, and David Cohn. Ripken, Bobby Bonilla prized, Knobloch, Luis Castillo, and Francisco Cordova again. Justin Thompson, Pedro Martinez, Albert Bell, Aaron Boone, and Tony Womack. Todd Dunwoody, Matt Stairs prized, Galarraga, Nomar, and Alan Bennis. Andrew Jones, Kurt Schilling. There's my man, Rusty Greer. DeShields and Durham again. Ron Coomer, Nomar, Jason Giambi, Rondell White, and Will Clark. Fred McGriff, Brett Tomko, Ray Lankford, Joe Carter, and Grud Zelenik. Well, so this box has been really quiet. Matt Williams on the Indians. I probably should be saying that. Piazza. Looks like it's a little bit miscut here at the top. Here's an Alex Rodriguez Elite, John Smoltz, and Eddie Murray preferred. Manny Ramirez, Ruben Rivera, Griffey, McGriff, and Luis Castillo. Well, that's the end of the first box. Let's hope it gets a lot hotter. So we still haven't seen our first prized preferred yet. There was the, I think our very first pack maybe had the prized Elite. But the print run isn't that spectacular on the Elite. Beautiful cards though. Raul Ibanez, Tim Salmon, there we go. There's a Edgar Martinez prized Elite. That's a beautiful card. Harold Baines and Abraham Nunez. Nephi Perez. Oh, here's another prized elite. No, I'm sorry. Regular elite. Jason Giambi again. The prized is this Bobby Jones. There's a Piazza and a Jeff Abbott. I don't even hardly remember him. Not Jim Abbott. Jeff Abbott. Galarraga. Jim Edmonds. Jeter. There's that awesome Frank Thomas I love. Curtain calls. And a preferred McGuire. That was a good pack. Raul Mondesi. There's a Larry Walker Leaf prized. Hey babe, this is Gracie. Fred McGriff, Todd Hollinsworth, and Vlad Guerrero. There's another prized, Alex Fernandez, A-Rod, Hideo, Shannon Stewart, preferred, and Luis Ordaz, Cardinals. One of the guys was asking me why some of these cards are picturing guys in uniforms they were on in '97 if it's a '98 issue, and of course, here's Dunwoody, Wally Joyner, Griffey, J. Bell, Edgardo Alfonso. And of course, that's because it was probably produced early in the year '98 when they just had 97 photos and stats, of course, on the back of the cards. Dennis Reyes, Kevin Young, Edgardo Alfonso. There's a preferred of Ben Grieve and Charles Johnson, Marlins. I get confused with '98 Tech because that's what I'm used to busting, and that was much later in the year where that bunch of guys had been like traded at the All-Star deadline. What we got here? A prized Raul Ibanez, Ron Kuma. It's not a Kuma. Ripken, Chippers, curtain calls from Leaf, and another guy I forgot about, Preston Wilson from the Mets. It's interesting to think about the pressure on these card companies to have rookies back then when Bowman had stolen them all. McGriff. There's our first preferred prized, Jarrett Wright, Indians. Bobby Bonilla, Chris Steins, and Wade Boggs. So one thing interesting about the entire collection set, no Mariano Rivera, but a bunch of Ruben Rivera. Griffey, Hideki Arabu, Womack. There's a preferred of Russ Davis and Jason Dixon. We're already at the 14-minute mark. I need to get moving here. But I'll do a wrap-up like at the end. John Valentin, JT Snow, Jim Tomei, Roger Clemens, and Alex Rodriguez. Here is Helton, Jay Buhner, prized. I like that. Carlos Delgado. Moises Alou on the Marlins, apparently. Kevin Young. But even back then, it's like today, the young guys drove the market. Bubba Trammell, Reggie Sanders, Mike Piazza, Ripken, and Larkin. Michael Tucker, Braves. Frank Thomas, Ripken, Elite, Musina, and Ruben Rivera. I guess Ruben Rivera was on the Padres back then. I didn't realize that. Larry Walker, Grudzelonic, Salmon, Juan Gonzalez. Some of these have 6 cards. Justice, and a Pat Hankgen preferred. There's a good Bagwell in here. Bagwell preferred. Manny, Smoltz, Pettit, and Damian Jackson. Dimitri Young on the Cardinals. There's a prize of Neffy, a Bagwell, Sosa, and Homer Bush. What do we got here? Brett Tomko, Klesko, Sosa, Encarnacion, and a Hidalgo preferred. Alright, another box down. Finally got a prize preferred, but again, we need some star power. Some weird marks in here, like, I don't know what that would be. Doesn't seem to have affected the cards. They're not sticking, damaged, or anything like that. Manny Ramirez. There is a Sosa prized. Jose Guillen. Javi Lopez. And Joe Carter preferred. I swear in that last box I opened, the prized were always at the bottom of the pack. Maybe not. Rondell, Matt Stairs, Kevin Ory, Dennis Reyes, Scott Spezio. Yeah, this box is off to a great start. Man, these ones are really bent up. Or, I don't know, warped. Another Griffey. 2 Griffies. So Tomko, Griffey, Lee Stevens, and Pat Hankgen. I wonder if moisture got in here or something. Darren Erstad, John Valentin, Justin Thompson, Juan Gonzalez, and a Todd Helton preferred checklist. Larry Walker on the Rockies, Kevin Brown on the Marlins, Irabu, Estelela, and Jacob Cruz. Wow. Alex. Here's a prized Tony Womack. David Justice, Bob Abreu, Greg Maddux with a Cubs uni. And Dion. Pokey Reese. There is a prized Canerco. Raul Ibanez, Wilton Guerrero, and Todd Walker Preferred. Sorry I'm not getting a good angle on these and catching a bunch of glare, but these are really foily. And I've got to tilt them so I can read the names off and kind of get moving. There is a nice prized Ortiz Gold Leaf rookie on the Twins. Dimitri Young, Paul Canerco, Albert Bell on the White Sox. Edgar Renteria Preferred. There's that sweet Bagwell. I love that card. Not prized, but there's a Preferred Joe Randa on the Pirates. Nephi Perez, Bartolo Colon, Jacob Cruz. Raul Ibanez, we've heard a lot of that. Jason Dixon. This is a checklist Nomar. Gwynn and Klesko. Kareem Garcia, Frank Thomas. There's a prized Elite Tejada. A's. Eric Karros and Griffey Curtain Calls. That is damaged. The surface is damaged. Weird. There's a prized Pedro Martinez, Estelela, a prized Ricky Henderson on the Angels, so that's interesting. 2 prized in 1 pack, but both the most basic ones. Hidalgo, Sean Green, and a Preferred Jim Edmonds. Justice, Dennis Reyes, John Smoltz, the other Kevin Brown, some catcher for the Rangers, and Preferred Clemens. There is a prized Marquise Grissom on the Indians. I don't remember him on the Indians. Roland, Delgado, Todd Green, and Canseco. Tucker, Marquise again, Edgardo Alfonso, Javier Lopez Preferred, and Pedro Martinez. Denny Nagel, Jarrett Wright, Will Clark, Jose Cruz Jr. Alrighty. Irabu, Jason Kendall, A-Rod, a Preferred Alomar, and Bobby Jones. Antone Williamson, Brad Radke, Ray Lankford, Paul Molitor, Ray Lankford again. Out like a lamb, that box. Ooh, that sucked. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. Wonder if that's adhesive or something. No brown marks in this box. Kevin Napier. Gredzalonic. Suppan. Raul Banyas and Grieve. Chipper. Canerco. Ruben Rivera. John Olerud and a Ben Grieve preferred. That looks familiar. Craig Biggio. Ben Grieve. Rondo White. Albert Bell. Ron Coomer. All of a sudden these are different. They're all facing the same way. This is faster. Nomar, Klesko, Piazza, Denny Nagel on the Braves, and Derek Lee. Here's a Moises Alou prized on the Marlins. Frank. Chipper. Nomar checklist and Bobby Estelela. Tony Gwynn checklist prized. Frank. There's Brett Butler. Russ Davis preferred. Again, a double, I think. Darren Erstad, I should say. Jeff Abbott. So we're getting like a duplicate box here with the preferreds, which sucks. Oh, there's a prize preferred, Robin Ventura. Man, why couldn't that have been Frank? Pokey Reese, Tony Gwynn, Jacob Cruz. Raul Mondesi, Joe Carter, Jeff Bagwell, Manny Ramirez, Hollinsworth, and Vlad. There's another 6-card pack. And there's Bagwell again. That was a double, right? There's an Edgardo Alfonso, prized Leaf. Alfonso again. Jim Edmonds. And Jeff Cirillo. Ivan Rodriguez prized. Coomer, Tomei, Musina, and Ruben Rivera. Miguel Tejada, Bonilla on the Marlins. Piazza, Todd Green, and a Preston Wilson preferred. Nefi Perez, elite prized. Sucks. Fred McGriff, Juan Gonzalez, David Justice, and a Shannon Stewart preferred. Barry Bonds, Matt Williams, Nomo, Jose Cruz, Kevin Brown, Bubba Trammell, Yvonne Cruz, Mark McGuire, Lance Johnson, and Jim Edmonds. Kevin Ory, Reggie Sanders, Derek Lee, Bartolo Colon, Reggie Jefferson preferred on the Red Sox. There is a prized J. Bell, Miguel Tejada, Kevin Brown, Brian Hunter, and Lance Johnson preferred. Anton Williamson, Jose Canseco, Ripken, Chan Ho, Bobby Bonilla, and another box down. Well, I gotta say, this has been pretty disappointing for prized stars. Prized Eli Marrero, Garrett Anderson, Chipper Jones, Alex Rodriguez, and King Griffey Jr. Settle down, you guys. Cats are going bonkers in here. There is a prized Jim Edmonds, Galarraga, Kevin Brown, Eric Davis, and a prized Omar Vizquel. Little O. Bubba Trammell, Eric Young, Mark McGuire, Omar Vizquel, Canseco, Coomer, Messina, Frank, Pedro, and a preferred power Movon. There's a Piazza prized. Preferred. Prized I wish. Bartolo Colon, Hankgen, Ruben Rivera, Francisco Cordova, and there's the Piazza preferred. McGriff, Sosa, Derek Lee, Randy Johnson, Robin Ventura, Dante Bichette prized, Jermaine Dye, Rondell White, Kevin Ory, David Cohn. Feels like a 6-pack. Nope. Sean Green on the Blue Jays, Moises Alou, Ivan Rodriguez, Ray Durham, and Delano DeShields. About the halfway point here. Richard Hidalgo prized. Raul Mondesi, Jeff Suppan, Radke, Chipper. Suppan, Bill Miller from the Giants, Juan Gonzalez, Matt Morris, Butch Husky, Enrique Wilson, Dion, Edgar, Gwynn, Sean Green, and a preferred Travis Lee. Jose Cruz, Jimmy Key, Larry Walker Checklist, Nefi Perez, Mo Vaughn preferred. Alright, Charles Johnson, Sean Estes, Todd Green, Shannon Stewart, and Kurt Schilling. Will Clark, prized Palmero, Tom Coe, Aaron Boone, and Vlad Guerrero preferred. Tino again, Raffy, Nomar, and Alan Bennis. Juan Encarnacion Elite Prized. Wow. Suck. Al Martin, Nefi Perez, Jason Giambi, and a Brian Jordan preferred. But we only got 2 packs left to get a prized preferred. And it's not in here. Matt Williams, Levon Hernandez, Irabu, Lankford, and a preferred Higginson. Roland, Randy, Edmonds, Garrett Anderson, and Alex Rodriguez preferred. Onward and hopefully upward. Can't get any worse. Todd Walker prized. Wilton Guerrero, Hideki Irabu, Brian Giles, Indians, Jeff Abbott. Alex Fernandez, Tom Glavine, Edgar Martinez, Wally Joyner, and a Bagwell preferred. Chipper Jones, Wally Joyner, Jay Payton, Richie Sexton, Levon Hernandez. If there's any way I can get this done in an hour. Mike Cameron, JT Snow, Bobby Bonilla, Jeffrey Hammonds, and Griffey Jr. preferred. Alrighty, Ray Lankford, Rusty Greer, Albert Bell, Eddie Murray, Dodgers, and Vinny Castillo. Larry Walker, Hideki Irabu, Jarrett Wright, Andres Galarraga, and Justin Thompson preferred. Jim Tomei prized. Tatis, Kotze, Eric Young, Edgar Martinez, and Ricky Leday. Kevin Young prized. Greg Maddux, Juan Gonzalez, Fernando Tatis, Barry Bonds preferred. Gary Sheffield, Eric Karros, Jose Cruz, Jim Tomei, and Raul Mondesi. Alan Bennis, Derek Jeter, Garrett Anderson. Is that the first time we named Jeter? Kendall, Matt Williams. Prized Pettit, Tatis, Bonds, preferred Griffey, and Craig Biggio. Alrighty. Vladimir, Maddox, Bagwell, Andrew Jones, Ivan Rodriguez, Jay Buhner, Moises Alou, Nomar, Travis Fryman, Marquise Grissom, there is a Will Clark preferred, Bobby Higginson, Edgar Renteria, Mark Kotze, and Ismael Valdez. No. Jeez. Our elite prized is Jacob Cruz. Wow. Dave Nilsson, Tim Salmon, Rondell White, and Jason Kendall. Sandy Alomar, Kevin Young, Bobby Higginson, Matt Williams, and Roberto Alomar preferred. There is a prized Charles Johnson, Homer Bush on the Yankees, Jose Cruz, Ismael Valdez, Travis Fryman, last pack, prized Justice, Tony Clark, Wilton Guerrero, Marquise Grissom, and a Derek Gibson preferred. Boy, did that guy flame out. Kind of like this break. I don't even think our PC guys are getting what they want out of this yet. Kevin Ory, Rusty Greer, Scott Rowland, there's another Roberto Alomar preferred, and a Paul Molitor. Brady Anderson, Jose Guillen, Chuck Knobloch, Brett Tomko, and Jose Guillen. There's a prized Higginson, Yvonne Cruz, Nefi Perez, Bobby Bonilla and Chan Ho, Yvonne Rodriguez, Derek Lee, Musina, Klesko, Tony Gwynn. Mark Grace, Cal Ripken, Jim Tomei, Bagwell, and a Tony Gwynn preferred. Kevin Ory, Brian Jordan, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, and Ripken. Big names, no prize. Fernando Tatis prized. Frank Thomas, Mike Cameron, Andy Pettit, and Sammy Sosa. Larry Walker, Jose Canseco, Yvonne Rodriguez, Ray Langford, and Bobby Jones. There's a prize Tony Gwynn. At least it's a name. Kareem Garcia, Alex Rodriguez, Eric Young, and a Lance Johnson preferred. Man, we're getting these dupes again. Here's a beautiful Greg Maddux. Prized, curtain calls, love it. David Cohn, Kevin Ory, Juan Gonzalez. There's that Derek Gibson prized, preferred again. Kevin Napier, Paul Molitor, Ray Langford, Todd Walker, and Rusty Greer. Deion Sanders, prized. Jeff Bagwell, Robin Ventura, Bubba Trammell, and preferred Reggie Jefferson. Andrew Jones, Tino, Jacob Cruz, with a weird problem with it, Eric Young, and a Bagwell preferred. Wow, there is a weird... The whole back peel of this Jose Cruz is missing. That is interesting. Bobby Higginson, Noma, Ripken, and Greg Maddux. No, Bobby Higginson, Elite prized, and it has a print line. Whew, this is rough. Lou Collier, Edgar Renteria, Javi Lopez, and Justin Thompson. Same preferred guy. Alright, what do we got? There is a prized Alan Bennis, Dion, Greg Maddux, Dion, and Matt Morris. Reggie Jefferson, Francisco Cordova, Tony Gwynn, Jimmy Key, Barry Bonds preferred. Second one of those. There's another Griffey. At least it's Griffey. There's a Juan Gonzalez prized. A little bit miscut. Eric Young, Fernando Tatis, David Ortiz, and there's that Griffey Preferred. Another one bites the dust. This one had a little plastic missing off the top, made it easy to open. That one has some of the brown spots too. Dimitri Young, Deion Sanders, Roberto Alomar, Blue Collier, and Ron Wright Preferred. There is a Elite Prized Nomar checklist. Attractive. Roger Clemens, Ivan Rodriguez, Richie Sexton, and Tim Salmon Preferred. Pokey Reese, Prize Chan Ho, Alan Bennis, Andrew Jones, and a Paul Molitor Preferred. There is a Piazza prized, just the regular Donruss. Maguire, Moises Alou, Levon, and Galarraga. Nomo, Ripken, Griffey, Tomei, and Andy Pettit Preferred. Kenny Lofton, prized. Larry Walker, Manny Ramirez, Jeff Suppan, Mark Grace, Randy Johnson, Michael Tucker, Ivan Rodriguez, Mike Piazza, and Brett Tomko. Wade Boggs, Brady Anderson, Brady, again, Mondesi, and Larry Walker. Jose Guillen, Bill Miller, Andrew Jones, Edgar Martinez, and a Preferred Rollin. Here's a prized Brian Rose, Rondell, Randy, Ricky Leday, and Fernando Tatis. Elite prized Jose Guillen. Ouch. John Valentin, Nefi Perez, Wilton Guerrero, Will Clark, there is a prized Ben Grieve, Bartolo Colon, Brett Tomko, John Nunnally, and a Gary Sheffield Preferred. Seriously, it's like we're not going to get another prized Preferred. Irabu Moises, Fernando Tatis, Mo Vaughn, John Valentin. Jarrett Wright, Jimmy Key, Tony Womack, Ivan Rodriguez, and Jeffrey Hammonds. Al Martin prized. Kareem Garcia, Alex Rodriguez, Matt Stairs, and A-Rod. Bobby Estelela, Pat Henkin, Tony Clark, David Cohn, John Smoltz preferred. Scott Rowland, Tino Martinez, Jeff Bagwell, Scott Rowland, Vinny Castilla, and Craig Biggio. This is tortuous, guys. Dennis Reyes, Sean Estes, Mark McGuire, Eddie Murray, and Ripken preferred. Where's the good cards, man? Seriously. One box left. Guess this is what happens with such a deep set. But I mean, we're not even getting many of those 1 or 2 boxes of prize preferred.